time now for the Peer Chill morning news on this Thursday morning, September 24th, 2015. Good morning to you all. This lovely Thursday morning, September 24th, 2015 here. Here are your news that I do at our top story at 7:30 in the morning time on this Thursday morning here in Mana, Saudi Arabia, where at least 310 pilgrims were killed on Thursday in a semi that Mana outside the Muslim holy city of Mecca, where some 2 million people are performing the annual Hajj pilgrimage, Saudi Arabia officials said, along with some authorities. When Pope Francis stands before Congress on Thursday, he will not be addressing the world's most powerful legislature, but he also addressed the 165 members of his church flock as 2 Catholic senators, Senator Tim Kaine, Democrat of Virginia, and Senator Mike Brown, Republican of South Dakota, are greeted Pope Francis very different ways. Said 2 suicide bombers killed at least 10 people at a mosque run by Yemen's half a group on Thursday in the capital Sanaa, where Muslim worshippers were celebrating the Muslim at Al-Adha holiday. Minutes and witnesses said, Pagoda, a pledge from Colombia's government and FARC rebels to end Latin America's longest war next Monday, March, brought both of the positive deaths among the people bruised by 51 years of death, disappearance, and damage to the economy. In the United States, automakers conduct their own emissions tests and submit their results to the government, and your automakers pick people who conduct their own tests where they were done. Berlin. The European Union needs the support of the United States, Russia, and the countries in the Middle East to fight the cause of the influx of the refugees that are seeking to enter the bloc, German Chancellor Angela Merkel said on Thursday. Jerusalem. Israel has set up a joint mechanism with a Russian military to coordinate their operations in Syria to avoid any accidental confrontation, as senior Israeli military officials said Thursday. CCTV has emerged of the moment 4 people were abducted from the hotel resort in the Philippines. Government can be seen by escorting 3 tourists at a hotel managed to cross a bridge with 2 of the abducted wearing what appears to be just a towel. Washington, just the day before the arrival of President Xi Jinping for a meeting with President Obama steadily focused heavily on limiting cyber espionage, the Office of Personnel Management said on Wednesday that the actor's social security. Senator and the wee house on the border where the Pope Mobile finally put her spot on Constitution Avenue. Sophie Cruz walked for it. She slipped right to all the grown-ups in the crowd and started walking somewhat toward the Pope. As the girl breaks the security barrier, heads Pope Francis letter asking him to fight illegal immigration. Kentucky clerk Kim Davis made on Fox Kelly final Tuesday to defend her decision not to issue marriage license to gay couples. Tucson, Arizona. Federal authorities have charged a U.S. Border Patrol agent who killed a Mexican teenager in a cross-border shooting with second-degree murder. Mark and Debbie Constantino had to go to record more than spooky hospital prison at ocean board and flashlight. Sometimes state-of-the-art technology is needed. The Marine Corps General in charge of the deployment of Pentagon plan to open the ground combat jobs to where it concluded there are benefits as well as significant risks to the proposal. He outlined ways to eliminate most of the anticipated weakening. Washington, China will get its second state dinner with President Barack Obama when its President Xi Jinping visited the House of the White House on Friday. It's out again. Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump said Wednesday that he won't be appearing on Fox News Channel anymore because of the fair and balance that is a fair and balance with him. Norway central bank unexpectedly lowered interest rates to an all-time low, said it may ease policies further since it seeks to rescue the expansion of Western Europe's biggest petroleum producer from a plunging oil prices. Federal Reserve Chairman Jenny Yellen speaks Thursday at the University of Massachusetts Amherst on the topic of inflation dynamics and monetary policy that has major implications for the debate over when a central bank should begin. Look at stock market report down. We'll start today down 50.58 points to close at 62.79.89. S&P 500 down 3.98 to close at 1938.76. The Nasdaq start 4,752.74 points down to close at 398. Late on Sunday evening, September 27th, the Earth will slide precisely between the sun and the moon front with the satellite into a rusty red shadow. Researchers have uncovered the oldest known evidence of human decapitation in rock shelter of Lapa de Santo in Brazil. You may be shocked to find out that but chalk silicon is made of matrix of tiny hard tooth-like structures called dermal denticles of plasmid scales. Transferring quantum information and limitation about scientists have taken it to a new level. A basic method for quantum teleportation was first proposed more than 20 years ago and has been performed by a number of research groups. Sir, November's AG launched a portfolio of 15 minutes to 3 currencies in the low and low middle income countries. The direct maker said the same on Thursday. Do not fret if someone you know has been diagnosed with this depression as new studies suggested it could be as a result of sleep apnea. Your parents said that fidgeters movement might possibly saving your life. According to news research, a study published in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine suggests that shifted shaken movement using male. In New York, Massachusetts, same police involved motor vehicle on 95 northbound just off of Hale Street as 200 vehicles possibly involved. This morning about 2 hours ago. Pierre Jail News Time, 7:35. Time out for a sports report here. The Boston Red Sox lose to the Tampa Bay Rays 6-2 as the Sox and Rays go out again. One more time at Fenway Park at 7:10 p.m. Here. We know Rob Gronkowski is good at football, and we've seen evidence that he's great at having a good time. But practice coach Bill Belichick Pizzle back to Kurt on the level beat at tight end and said the president was later in something. The Fortunes of 2 baseball franchise changed the spring in 1942. St. Louis Cardinals held a second work after amateur players today had brought back to them. Look at the trap as Yogi Bear's legacy. When you mention his name, you smile. R.A. Dickey will look to bring the Blue Jays a step closer to their first postseason berth since 1993 when he takes them out on Friday night at 7:07 p.m. Eastern Time. Series opener against the Rays at Rogers Center. And 2 Texas high school football players who hit a referee in the September 4th game at the direction of the team's assistant coach will be eligible to return to the school in spring semester. The players' Laura told ESPN on Wednesday. Pierre Childers on 7:36 here on this Thursday morning here at 10 Trevor Reporter and starting off out in Rhode Island where Route 4 to South by side, so from Route 102 to Route 2 in North Kingstown here. 138 to the west by side, a little so for the Newport Bridge area here. 95 to the north by side, so from Coventry. 95 to the north by side here. It's so from West Greenwich all the way up to Route 4 and in East Greenwich here. 95 to the north by side, hit the brakes again from 37 to walk all the way out to downtown Providence here. 95 to the south by side, so from the Pawtucket Scripps all the way to downtown Providence here. 146 to the south by side, so from Route 50 to North Providence here to downtown Providence here. 185 to the west by side, so from Seacock all the way to downtown Providence here. 146 to the south by side, so from 146A in North Smithfield area to Route 99 in Lincoln. 146 to north by side, so from 99 to Route 146A in North Smithfield here. 295 on the north by side, so from Route 1 in North Edinburgh all the way up to Route 95 in Edinburgh. 95 on the north by side, so from Edinburgh all the way out to Route 128 in Kenton here. 24 to the north by side is slow from 140 in Taunton all the way out to Route 44 in Taunton here. 195 to the east by side, so from 103 in Somerset all the way out to the Braga Bridge. 195 to the west by side, so from Fall River all the way out to the Braga Bridge here. Route 24 to the north by side is so from 27 in Brockton all the way out to Route 128 in Kenton here. Board Bridge on the south by side, a little slow, but it's looking good to the north by side. The Southward Bridge is looking good here. Route 6 on the east by side, so from Route 134 Dennis to Route 124 in Bristol here. Route 3 on the north by side, so from 228 in Rockland all the way out to the Braintree Split here. Southeast Express on the north by side. It is slow from the Braintree Split all the way up to Dorchester. Southeast Expressway south by side. Slow for the Dorchester stretch. 128 to the south by side. It's slow from 28 on Randolph all the way to Braintree Split. 128 to the north by side. It's slow from 28 in Randolph all the way out to Route 20 in Waltham here. 128 to the south by side. So from Route 1 in Saugus all the way out to all the way out to Route 20 in Waltham here. Mass back in the eastbound side is so from 485 in Westboro all the way out to the Austin Barrett tolls here. Mass back in the westbound side. So from Logan River to South Boston and then hit brakes again from Southeast Expressway all the way out to the Austin Barrett tolls. The mass back westbound side a little slow for the Newton corner here. Route 485 the northbound side so from 126 to Bellingham all the way out to Hopkinton here. 93 of the southbound side is so from Methuen all the way out to the Zankin Bridge, a big backup at 93 from New Hampshire Board all the way to Boston. Route 1 and southbound side, so from 16 to Woodbury all the way out to 93. We got a couple of accidents here. Route 2 to the eastbound side. Accident before first spot in Cambridge, so expect some delays from Route 16, Route 2A. Route 2 to the westbound side, so from 4 to 225, let's to the Route 128 here. 128 stop by for Route 1 in. Linfield all the way to Route 2 in. Lexington here. Out in Worcester, 290 eastbound side. So from Auburn all the way out to Route 122 in Worcester, doing accident 290 eastbound side of 122 in Worcester here. 146 at the northbound side, so from Route 290 in Worcester here. 595 at the northbound side, so 126 at Bellingham all the way out to Hopkinton here. Route 2 in the western eastbound side. Got an accident between 120 and 4225, so expect some delays here. Route 2 in the eastbound side, so for 495 in Littleton here. Route 2 in the eastbound side, so for 190 in Leicester, all the way out to Route 117 here. Route 3 to the southbound side, so from Nashua, all the way out to Millwick, and then breaks here from 62 Bedford, all the way out to Burlington here. 495 on the northbound side, so from 110 to Route 225 in Littleton, Westford here. 495 both ended, so from Route 38 in Tewksbury, all the way out to Route 3 in Lowell. 495 on the southbound side, so from 125 in April, all the way out to Route 93, and then over here. Spotted every turnback, little so from Route Manchester, Boston in Boston, near the Manchester Airport, all the way at the American Park of the Air Turnpike on the southbound side. 93 on the southbound side, so right after Route 102 in Londonderry here. Route 108 to the eastbound side, so before Route 95 in North Hampton, New Hampshire here. And spotted turnpike on the southbound side, so for the Newington stretch. And main turnpike looking from York to the Augusta via Pocton here. Red line expression severe delays to the really disabled train on the clear rail. It's looking good, and on the ferries they are. All King and L freight trips will be routed through the schedule log on bridge constructed about 3 to 8 minutes of additional travel time here. Peter Chell, news time 7:41. Time after weather report here is at another fall start to your morning here on this first full day of fall of 2015 here, and for today, size guys, we're gonna warm up to 74 degrees. Here, Norfolk wind about 5 to 9 miles per cut size, 20 miles an hour. Here, today, patch back up to 3 a.m. was called 49 degrees. Norfolk about 5 miles cut to coming to here. Friday, patch back for 8 a.m. was size guys. The most size guys about 66 degrees. Norfolk about 3 to 8 miles an hour. Here, Friday night, most good scale about 45 degrees. Calm wind, Saturday, size guys about 68 degrees. Saturday night, podcast scale about 47 degrees. Sunday, most size guys about 70 degrees. Saturday night, chance of showers before 1 a.m. after 1 a.m. On Saturday night, most skies got about 53 degrees. That's just makes 30%. Monday, chance of showers before noon with most skies about 71 about 57 degrees. Chance makes 30%. Monday. Tuesday, part size skies about 77 degrees. Tuesday, chance of showers, most skies got about 58 degrees. Chance makes 30% for Wednesday. Chance of showers, part size skies about 77 degrees. Chance makes 40%. Not temperature at 7:42 a.m. 43 degrees. The first guys, humidity 93%. And that is going to be for the Peter Chell. More news here on this Thursday morning, September 24th, 2015. Please have a good day with a good Friday. Tune in here.